It's this consistent belief that I always say, right? Being the best is not enough. We must always better the best. We will always be seeking to do better than ourselves in the past. We will always remain foolish, hungry to achieve our goals and ambition. My name is Aaron, founder and CEO of Carro, Southeast Asia's Amazon.com for cars. We like to think of ourselves as really Amazon.com for cars. If you buy from any of these e-commerce companies, you actually do not ever need to see those things at all. You just make the order and then the thing just magically appears in your doorstep. And that's how we think about Carro itself. The vision that we have really is, at the end of the day, no need for you to go down to the showrooms to view the cars itself. There's no need for you to go and inspect the vehicles because, hey, you know what, all cars are inspected. The mission really is to bring this level of sophistication, this level of transparency, this level of efficiency across the region.
Aaron is very unique CEO. I've had the benefit of spending a lot of face time with him. I think I've always been struck by the unique combination of capabilities he brings to the table. He's a big visionary and very ambitious. The second dimension, I think, is that Aaron is a very pragmatic operator and can be very hands-on. And I see that reflected in the way he engages with the team, he engages with all the investors, and how he adapts the business fairly quickly and decisively when things don't work out.
I remember very clearly that 3-4 years ago, we were being pursued for alleged infringement of copyright. I think those days were some of the toughest times as an entrepreneur. I would say that the company almost would have never made it unless at that point in time the investors stepped in, right? I'm very thankful for my shareholders, my investors, right? Even folks like B Capital. I remember very distinctively that they could have just said, you know what, Aaron, just fold the company, let's just call it quits, right? They didn't. They said, I'm going to double down. This is $5 million. Let's do it. Don't worry about this. And I think that conviction really got us moving forward and really put the past behind us in that sense.
Carro has gone through some ups and downs because of market issues. We've been supportive to the best of our ability and saying, we believe in you, stay the course. As they have launched new businesses, even in times of the pandemic, we felt it was the right thing to do and we supported that. On operating dimensions of the business, we've sort of worked with Carro on hiring some key people and helping them with that, on looking at ways to expand into new markets. We have an established partnership with BCG, and we've had BCG come in and do some benchmarks and share models in terms of going out into newer markets and how that could be achieved.
The access to BCG was amazing. In fact, they just did a piece of work for me just last month. Super impressive, very, very thoughtful. They really knew what they were talking about, right? Especially as B Capital and both as BCG.
And at the same time, there have been situations when we've had board discussions around M&A transactions which were not right. And we've had very open conversations with Aaron and the management, and they've listened to us. So I think that's the two-way street that works best. Believing in entrepreneurs and backing them, but being candid and sharing feedback, and then having patience. In the end, no investor can take too much credit for a great company being built. It's the team, the founders, the operating group that drives it.
I think generally the partnership in B Capital was amazing. Every single round of my fundraise since they first invested, they have never stopped following up. It is rare. I've raised money for so many funds. It is very hard to meet a fund that can invest in the venture stage, PE stage to pre-IPO stage by itself, and that's rare. B Capital embodies that, right? The very fact that they have been in our investors across thick and thin. So I always know that I have a partner in B Capital that I can rely on to fall back on in the event the going gets tough. They will not be leaving us in the lurch. Actually, being a unicorn or whatnot doesn't really mean anything at all to us. It really just means one thing. We have more resourcing. Before the money would even hit the bank, when the docs were signed and stuff like that, we were already asking ourselves, how should we deploy the capital? What should we do? How do I scale this business faster with this capital today? Success for Carro itself, it is being the top of mind brand. When you think about buying a car or being anything auto-related, you think about Carro, right? I think that is where we feel that we are somewhat a little bit successful in that sense, right? I think that is where I think we can say that, you know what, we have come in there, we've made an impact, we make a difference to the customer's life and experience. And I think that this can be done really on the multitudes of customers that come to us with happy, positively reinforced experience with the companies over the years, across the regions, over multiple generations. I think that's how trust is built, and that, for that matter, is how I feel Carro will be built over the next few years.